All right, guys, we can get started now. First of all, welcome to another in-house, Bitrock in-house Twitter space. It's been a couple of weeks since we had the last one. I think for the most part, September is generally not a very positive month for crypto in general. Thankfully, we've held pretty well. We did see some ups and downs, obviously, but we've done okay. Of course, things will hopefully pick up towards October, and there's obviously quite a bit to look forward to as well. So today we're going to kind of go over what the team is working on at the moment, what we can expect in the next few weeks, and well, as we come closer to October and beyond as well. And we will also have a quick update from Wrapped Platform as well, from William with Wrapped Platform. He has some updates on the project. We last spoke to him in the Telegram AMA, in which we introduced the Wrapped Platform project, and that was actually before it even launched. So he's going to give us a little bit of an update on what's happening in the Wrapped Platform side of things. And obviously, we also have the other one of the other partner projects, Milestone Millions. We did an AMA with them, I think, last week. So we wanted to have an update from Wrapped Platform because we haven't, well, we haven't had them on in a while, and they do have some updates as well. So that'll come a bit later, but for the start of the AMA, let's kind of go over what's been happening, what's happening at the moment, what's happened over the last couple of weeks or month or so. Again, what we can look forward to, and we'll go from there. So obviously, again, as I was mentioning, I've noticed obviously a little bit of, well, personally, I've noticed a little bit of sentiments, emotions flying high sometimes in the chat, in the community. It's September. It's not really a great month for crypto in general. I think in times like this, it's always important to kind of remember, whether it's Bitrock or not, this is generally for crypto. It's important to remember why you invest in the projects that you invest in, the reasons that you got into it in the first place, where things are at the moment, again, what's to look forward to in the future, and understand, of course, that the market in general is a cycle of ups and downs, whether it's on a project level or on a market level as well, that, you know, there's going to be easy days, good days, there's going to be difficult days, and so on. But just make sure that, you know, you kind of try and limit your emotional impulsiveness or reaction to, or reaction from emotion, because it's easy to kind of lose yourself into that, especially at times like this. Again, on a market level as a whole, this is not specific to Bitrock, but it is understandable, of course, that everyone wants to see their investments succeed, again, Bitrock or otherwise, so that's understandable. So I just wanted to kind of start off with that because, of course, it's understandable. But again, we are heading into hopefully a better month for crypto in general, and especially for Bitrock. And so kind of, you know, focus on the things that are to look forward to rather than dwell on the past or what's happening right now. So with that said, we'll start off with obviously a couple of things that happened in the last few weeks. I might have mentioned this in my last Twitter space, maybe not. but obviously the MetaMask price is updated in the sense that for the mainnet Bitrock, there is you should be able to see the price of your tokens on MetaMask. For some people, it takes longer than others, so it happens on different days, but that integration is done. Obviously, the integration of the Bitrock chain as a whole with MetaMask is still going to happen in the future, and that's something that the team is actively pursuing at the moment. But it's actually MetaMask is one of the most difficult wallets to get new chains listed on. Even BSC chain took years and years and years to actually get integrated there officially. So yeah, but the team is working on that, but it's going to take some time. The other thing that I noticed is that on different wallets, the logo of the Bitrock chain and the native Bitrock token or coin is also showing. I checked on, I think it was Coinbase wallet and MetaMask as well. So that's good. Again, it might happen at different times for different people, but that's a good sign because again, it just looks nice and stuff. But again, there's no harm done if that's not there. It's just a nice to have. And of course, again, the integration with different wallets is ongoing. The team is working to get integrations with different wallets done. Some are closer than others. The main one that's being focused on right now, and that's kind of one of the things that is happening currently, is the Trust Wallet integration. So Trust Wallet had a hold on integrating new blockchains. Well, they still have that hold up until maybe another week from now, but discussions are ongoing to get the essentially to get the Bitrock chain officially integrated with the Trust Wallet essentially. So soon enough, you're not going to have to set it up as a custom wallet. And that's also going to be good news for Trust Wallet iOS users. So if you're using Trust Wallet on iOS, Apple phones, you're not able to set up the Bitrock chain as a custom chain at the moment. And that's a limitation from Trust Wallet side, the inability to add the Bitrock chain as a chain or custom chains in general. You're not able to add new ones. For Android, it works, but eventually, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, few weeks here, we'll hopefully see the integration of the Bitrock chain officially into the Trust Wallet app. And again, we're already the Bitrock Ethereum token. So Bitrock on the Ethereum side is already swappable on Trust Wallet directly. So if you have Trust Wallet or use Trust Wallet, you're actually able to swap Ethereum to Bitrock, Ethereum Bitrock, and vice versa, directly in the Trust Wallet swapping section without having to use Uniswap or something else. But the official integration of the network is something that the team is in communications right now with Trust Wallet on, and it's being worked on. And we hope that once Trust Wallet releases their hold on listing new networks or integrating new networks, which should be within the next week to 10 days, that after that, there's a green light to work on the, or to finalize the integration of the Bitrock chain and the Trust Wallet. So that's something that's very positive and is probably the closest wallet integration that we're looking at. And of course, when it comes to other wallets like MetaMask or Coinbase wallet or SafePal or whatever other wallets people may be using, again, generally with a focus on kind of the biggest ones, the team is working to integrate on those as well. But some take more time than others. So Trust Wallet is the first one. The second thing I wanted to talk about is that some of you may have seen in our Telegram or on Twitter that the V2 Explorer is almost done. And this is very, very positive because I think the old Explorer definitely needed some updates. The team were well aware of that, and they've been working quite hard to actually not just upgrade the UI, the graphics or the visuals of it, but also add a whole bunch of new features, and especially on the analytics side, for people to be able to not just use, the Explorer um, for standard, needs or stuff like that, where they would be able to check token balances or transactions or holders, but also be able to dive more into on-chain network analytics, number of holders, number of accounts, the growth of accounts, the number of contracts deployed, number of active contracts. There's a whole bunch of different metrics, basically. So that's coming very, very soon. The team are in the final stages of the development of the V2 Explorer. We're looking at maybe another week or so. Could be less, could be a little bit more, but roughly around a week for the release of the V2 Explorer. Hopefully, if everything goes well with testing as well. And I think that's going to be quite a revamp of the Explorer compared to the old one. And especially with the added functionalities. Again, there's going to be a difference in the UI, the visuals of the Explorer. There's going to be a difference in the analytics, where you're able to check transaction counts, total contracts deployed, number of accounts, and also metrics of the chain, like how many active accounts, account growth for your own accounts or in your own wallets, and holder counts per token and stuff like that, in terms of the graphical analysis or graphical representation of that. And also, there will be a separate dedicated section in the Explorer for all dApps and all relevant links and tools that are available on the Bitrock chain, whether it's the bridge, RockSwap, the token builder, what else? The scanner and stuff like that. So that's going to be very helpful, and almost like, and staking as well. So that's going to be very helpful, and it's going to be kind of like a centralized collection of all the kind of ecosystem components and dApps and so on, for people to be able to find them very easily. And the third thing that I wanted to talk about is the, let's see here. Yeah, so obviously some people have been asking about when is the next official partner project launching. So that's going to be coming soon. We're essentially, obviously, the KYC process takes time. And even after certain teams pass the KYC process, they might need some additional time to prepare for launch, line up some marketing, finish certain things that they need to finish to be able to be comfortable for launching their projects. So the launch date is actually mostly not in the control of the Bitrock team. What the Bitrock team is doing is vetting, of course, vetting the teams, vetting the projects, and of course, kind of working with Assure DeFi on the KYC side. So we try to get the teams to do their KYCs. Some of them take more time than others. And then obviously it's up to the teams themselves of the projects to decide when their best or most convenient or comfortable launch date is. So again, obviously, as you know, again, I mentioned earlier, September is generally not the best month for crypto. So part of the reason that some teams are holding off is because essentially they just want to wait for better market conditions, less volatility, as well as preparing themselves better for launch. But we will be seeing some new official partner projects coming in the very near future, within the next week to 2 weeks or so. So that's something to look forward to, as well as we get close to October, and maybe even sooner than that. And then speaking of kind of the partner projects and people or teams and devs wanting to develop on the Bitrock chain, there's going to be a hackathon very soon. And essentially, for people who may not know what that is, essentially in this case, or in the case of the Bitrock chain, the hackathon will be kind of like almost a contest for devs to build projects or build their projects on the chain. It doesn't necessarily have to be an entirely new project. It can also be a bridged project, but especially for new projects, because for a new project to choose the Bitrock chain, that's definitely a plus. So there's going to be kind of almost a contest, again, like a hackathon, for devs and teams to build and launch their projects on the chain. And the best projects will be winning some prizes. And obviously, there's going to be support for the best projects. Of course, if they fulfill certain criteria as well, there will be certain promotions for those projects on chain as well. So the details of the contest will be announced by the team in the coming days or week or so. Again, as we kind of exit this period of static crypto activity, basically. So that's happening very soon. And this is actually very positive because that is an additional incentive or motivation for teams and developers to launch on the chain. Again, there are prizes, and not only that, again, there's support by the team for launches and stuff like that, and even post-launch for the best projects and so on. So that's something to look forward to, and it's going to obviously increase the activity on the chain. It's going to lead to hopefully some capital funneling into existing projects as well, especially the official ones. So more details on that will be coming soon. And speaking of, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, speaking of current partner projects on the chain, we are joined by William from Wrapped Platform. He's going to be giving us an update here on what's happening on the Wrapped Platform side of things. There's some exciting news that he wants to share as well. So William, welcome, buddy. We can do a quick mic check here, and then sure. The floor is yours.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead, mate. Happy to have you.
This is actually my first Twitter space, man. I did a lot of AMAs through Telegram, so happy that the IT is working from both sides.
Yep.
Hey, Procrastinator, thanks for having me, and thanks to all Bitrockers tuning in. So you guys have some cool stuff lined up, man. Like the hackathon sounds really interesting, and I think that it could really bring exposure to the Bitrock chain, and also maybe, find potential gems even in the whole space, right?
Yeah, agreed 100%. I think especially with a new chain, just an additional method of attracting new teams, or even teams who have previous projects before as well, to kind of build new projects on the chain and add more activity to it is something very positive. And who knows, maybe it's kind of we're gonna see some interesting concepts and interesting maybe utilities or interesting approaches to launching projects that we may not have seen before, and a team can kind of have their first successful project on the Bitrock chain as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great move. So to all your listeners out there who are not familiar with Wrapped Platform, I will give you a small summary or recap of what it is all about. So I think that we launched around 2 weeks ago as one of the first official projects on the Bitrock chain. So we did the KYC with Assure DeFi, and we are also whitelisted on RockSwap. We at Wrapped Platform are, let's say, striving to become the destination for NFT enthusiasts throughout the whole of the crypto space. And it's actually my personal mission to become the NFT epicenter of, at first, the Bitrock chain, and later moving on to more chains, like completely in line, let's say, with the multi-DEX roadmap of Bitrock chain. And how are we trying to do so? Well, for those of you who don't know what an NFT is, an NFT is basically a token, just like a normal coin or token on the chain. But this is a non-fungible token, means it's like digital art. There's only one of it. And currently, these NFTs are scattered around different blockchains, hiding in different wallets, MetaMask or cold wallets. And it's really hard actually to organize all your cool digital collectibles. And Wrapped Platform is trying to bring a solution for this problem through simplified NFT management by showcasing your NFTs from all the blockchains on one personal profile page. That is basically the project in a nutshell. And if you want to find out more, please check out my Telegram. But I would like to take this moment in time that you guys give me, Procrastinator, to look back on some accomplishments of the past 2 weeks. And I'm really proud to say that We sold out our pre-sale of the Rep token on the Bitrock chain within 25 minutes, which is amazing, really. Within a week later, we actually sold out our first NFT collection, a utility NFT collection, by which actually 20,000 of the total supply, so we have 100,000 Rep tokens, and the coalition brought in 20,000 Rep tokens. They are locked. You can consider these tokens burned. No one can touch them. They're out of circulation. So I think this is pretty bullish news for one of the first official projects to launch on the Bitrock chain. 20% of the total supply is gone. A week later, we launched a second NFT collection. This is not like a utility NFT. This was actually more like a gift to the community. I'm an artist myself, and I made 1,000 8-bit crypto punk inspired rock punks. So you have, of course, the Bitrock. The name itself, it consists of bit and rock. And well, the creative William and myself started drawing up some cool pictures. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to have 1,000 of these funny profile pictures to be minted on the Bitrock chain. And well, I didn't completely expect it, but more than 50% of these NFTs were sold out. So if you didn't grab one, make sure you go to www.rock-punks.io and you can mint your profile picture over there. And to continue a little bit about your preach, Procrastinator, with respect to, let's say the overall crypto sentiment in September, and not only in the chat in the Bitrock chain, but more in general, I think that like as a community, we should unite, you know, and the rock punks might be cool profile pictures that we can all put in our Telegram profile pic, and then unite as one. How do you put it? Bitrock army, and spread the word out there. I think that would benefit the community more than, you know, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that we see now. Focusing on the bright side of things, I'm really proud to share that as of this week, any NFT that exists in the Bitrock chain can be listed, sold, or auctioned. Rep Platform is proud to announce that we have a working marketplace online. You can go to marketplace.repplatform.com and you can create actually already a profile page which is linked to your crypto wallet. So completely anonymous. You can make a profile page. You can set a profile picture, a banner, some info over there. And then you can start listing, selling, auctioning NFTs on the Bitrock chain. It's been tested and is live. And the currency of this marketplace is native Bitrock. So maybe you might think, okay, then why is it a native Bitrock and not in Rep token? Well, that is because Rep Platform is an official partner of the Bitrock chain. And in, how do I put it? I believe that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Procrastinator, but that Rep Platform will be the official NFT marketplace from the Bitrock chain.
Yeah, you can go on. Yeah, that's correct.
That's right. Okay. So you can list, sell, and auction NFTs in the Bitrock chain currency. Please have a look. And if you want more information, you can also ask in my community Telegram channel. Looking forward, I mean, I got a lot of positive feedback on the user interface and the user experience of the marketplace, but this is nothing compared to what I have envisioned. This is purely focusing on utility, you know? Everything that I expect from a NFT marketplace, we built. But what I have coming up is even more amazing. So the coming days and weeks, you might see utility after utility dropping for this Rep platform. Again, in summary, the next generation of NFT management. To further, you know, intensify and again, also bring activity to the Bitrock chain, we started networking. So we have 2 partner projects leveraging the platform to launch the NFT collection coming up. I will not mention the names of the projects here. If you want to know more about them, please again find me in the official Rep Platform Telegram channel. But both are utility projects and have an amazing team behind them. And moreover, we will also do AMAs in the Wrapped Telegram channel with these two partner projects, who again are going to launch NFT collections on the Bitrock chain. The last utility, or nah, more like the main utility that is currently being worked on, is the Launchpad utility. So for the coalition and the rock punks and these two partner projects, I have to build a decentralized app to launch the collections. I want everyone to be able, every artist, every creative mind, I want everyone to be able to launch their NFT collection on the Bitrock chain through the Wrapped platform. So within a matter of weeks, anyone without any coding experience but with a creative mind will be able to convert digital art to non-fungible tokens on the Bitrock chain. To summarize, the currency will be again in Bitrock. So there will be some super tiny fees, I don't know, 10 Bitrock or something, to list, sell, and auction NFTs. But in the background, and this is the thing, there is a auto swap or auto buy happening. So as a user of their platform, you don't see it, you don't notice it. You can do anything you want, but in the background, there will be a small buyback of Wrap token. And when you go to DEX tools, to the Wrapped platform token, you will see this massive increase in volume that is happening currently, and that is the Wrapped platform ecosystem kicking in. The last announcement I would like to do is that Wrapped platform will bring the very first Web3 play to earn game to the Bitrock chain within a month. So utilizing the Wrapped token, you can, I will not spoil too much information. I mean, go to my Telegram channel, but I'm pretty hyped about this game. And the Wrapped token will play the central role in this game, and it will also be a play to earn kind of principle. That was my full pitch, Procrastinator.
Yeah, William, thank you. There's a lot to unpack there. Thank you so much for the update.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly, I mean, there's a couple of things I want to mention. First of all, there's definitely a lot to look forward to there, and yeah, there are a couple of things live as of today. There are a couple of things that have already happened for you guys in terms of milestones with the coalition and also with the Rock Punks collection as well. And thank you for the gift, of course, to the community. And second of all, of course, the NFT marketplace. So basically to kind of leverage the relationship between Bitrock and having a kind of NFT focused partner project like Wrapped platform, it was kind of natural with the talent of the team as well as the kind of experience that they have and their focus on the NFT side of things, that if you know the synergy of having an NFT marketplace that is, of course, has been tested by the team, both teams, you guys as well as the Bitrock team. I still need to kind of take a look at that, but the team have tested it, of course, and of course the two other partner projects that are yet to be announced. That's actually very positive, and of course the team would not, have kind of opted for that to be the official NFT marketplace unless it was, of course, fully tested, unless it was designed for an easy user experience, and of course maybe one of the most important things being that the kind of on the marketplace currency is native Bitrock. And of course, that is something that was going to be definite for the official NFT marketplace for the chain. So that's, of course, very positive. I personally did not know it was already live, but it's great to hear. I think the team will definitely share some details on that. And of course, for all of the specifics and details, whether it's related to existing collections, whether it's related to the utility or the NFT marketplace, or the future partner projects that are coming, and the future utilities that you've mentioned as well. Everyone can go and join the Wrapped platform Telegram and kind of get some more info there and make their own decision on getting involved and how they want to get involved, do their research and so on. So definitely a lot going on for you guys. And to be quite honest, I think it's really nice to see kind of the partner projects and even some non-official projects kind of having their own journey on the blockchain, getting things done, and kind of have that relationship between, for the official projects, of course, having that relationship between the project teams and the Bitrock team, where we have kind of updates and stuff like that, and where the relationship can be leveraged to add a lot of value to the chain. Rather than it just being limited to the project, it's actually beyond that, and it's gone to a kind of more blockchain level, especially with the marketplace. So yes, the marketplace will be the official NFT marketplace for the Bitrock token, for the Bitrock chain. And of course, again, it will be added to our documents on the website, as well as on the V2 Explorer apps section. So again, I mentioned earlier that the V2 Explorer will be coming roughly within a week, maybe less, hopefully. And I mentioned also that there's going to be a dedicated apps or tools section for tools that can be leveraged for the Bitrock chain, whether it's the scanner, the bridge, rock swap, staking, and so on. And the NFT marketplace will be added there. So that's very exciting, guys. And again, thank you, William, for joining and giving us that update. A couple more things from my side, kind of looking at the next few weeks. Again, as we approach these, let's say, achievements, or as we approach more and more integrations or projects launching or utilities dropping and stuff like that, obviously the marketing will pick up. Again, kind of in line with the milestones or the things that are coming up, whether it's from our partners, whether it's from other parties and other methods of marketing as well. And definitely to kind of come out of September into October, the team will be onboarding more and more partners, especially long-term partnerships, and those have done quite well for us since the project started. So there's more of those. It's not just about the existing ones. There's more and more partners coming up on all sorts of different platforms, but especially because that obviously as the project itself kind of stabilizes itself, we've been on for more than 2 months now. And when we get to the middle of October, it's going to be 3 months. So the longer a project stays in the market and proves itself with the ability to have a solid team behind it and also deliver on everything that's been planned, so most of the time, if not the majority of the time, ahead of schedule as well, the interest or the ability to attract bigger and bigger partners is easier, because everyone kind of starts seeing value, and it's not just about, well, this project is 1 week old, I'm going to take a chance on them. It would actually be very easy to convince bigger and bigger partners, and not just partners, but partnerships as well with, I mean, not just kind of crypto partners or marketing partners, but also integration partners, and also maybe looking at different deals with potential bigger names that could promote the chain as well. That becomes easier. And of course, that's not necessarily something that's going to happen overnight, but it progressively gets easier with time. So there's a lot to look forward to in that area. Again, especially going into October, and also to line things up with the different things that are coming out in the next few weeks. And also, obviously I saw there's been a lot of people asking about exchange listings. So there's obviously kind of nothing that can be confirmed as of yet, but obviously the team still continues their ongoing discussions with exchanges. One of our interesting discoveries in the last few weeks was that MEXC, which was one of the exchanges that had, let's say, not the best reputation for the last many months, it seems that they've undergone a change with their management and ownership. And that's just a little something I'm kind of putting out in this AMA here. They've had a little actually not a little, a major change in their ownership and management. And the team has been kind of passively monitoring new listings on MEXC after this change. They have been doing quite well. And the whole kind of dumping and uncertainty on kind of putting out or dumping supply on investors and stuff like that seems to be a little bit different now, let's put it that way. The team isn't obviously confirming anything yet with MEXC especially. They want to kind of be careful, see things, but this is not a confirmed listing by any means. We're just basically putting it out there that the team is looking into it and seeing what this change in management and ownership means for the newly listed tokens. So that monitoring and checking by the team has been going on for the last 3 weeks, maybe or so. Sorry, maybe a couple of weeks or so. It will continue for a while. The team doesn't want to rush into anything. But we have seen a few people ask about it. And of course, the answer has always been no because of this issue. So we want to be very careful. If the team were to ever kind of be open to it, the team would have to do quite a bit of due diligence, of course, look into again, the new listings, what's happening with them over a period of weeks, not just days, to make sure that the projects that are listed remain kind of stable, and if anything, experience a lot of growth because of that listing. And I think probably that was one of the reasons why that exchange had this change in ownership and management, was because essentially their reputation went absolutely down the drain. And I think they realized that, well, they're going to be losing a lot of money, and they would get more money if they actually become a legitimate exchange that are conducting business ethically, which is something that's very important, not just for Bitrock listing on an exchange, but it should be for any project that wants to list on any exchange, to make sure that they're kind of being ethical about their listings with insider trading and obviously dumping supply and things like that, which is, of course, one of the reasons why the Bitrock team is actively always trying to get good deals with exchanges, not just kind of paying them their, let's say, advertised listing fees, because a lot of the time they take tokens, and of course tokens can be played with and so on. So the team is very careful about this. And of course, the best outcome would be to get a great deal and pay most, if not all of it, of course, in let's say ETH or USDT, as opposed to tokens for the majority of it, and specifically restrict any tokens given for liquidity. So again, the team is looking into it. Of course, this change of ownership could, turn out to be great long-term, could turn out to be not so great long-term. But what the team is trying to do is make sure that if they were ever to consider a listing there, that it's as safe as possible for the community and also the project as well. And again, MEXC as a name, it's fairly big. Again, their reputation is questionable, but I just wanted to put that out there and make sure I give you guys this analysis to make sure that you understand that the team is not rushing into anything. They're not confirming anything. They're being very careful about not just this exchange, but any other exchange going forward as well, especially the bigger ones. And of course, the bigger you get, especially with the bigger names and so on, let's say the generally safer it gets, quote unquote. Of course, again, this is crypto. You need to do your research and so on. But this is just a different avenue that the team is exploring at the moment. And with that said, I think we can maybe open up the floor for a couple of people before time is up. If you have any questions or comments, guys, maybe request to speak. And if I see a request, we can maybe take a couple of questions before we call it a day. Anyone? Okay, I don't see anyone right now. So maybe we'll wait for maybe a minute, maybe two, and then we can close things up if there are no requests. But again, guys, keep in mind, again, that what to kind of echo one of the things that William said from Wrapped platform, I think it's important to, especially within the community or any community that you're a part of, it's very important that in times like September or any other month that might be affecting the crypto market in general, it's important to kind of be mindful of the fact that things go up and down. It's a cycle for the market as a whole. And at the same time, to make sure that you try to be as constructive as you can in the chat, and you can ask questions, there's no problem, but just try to be constructive. And if you have any concerns or anything, you can always DM a team member, and they'll try and help you out and answer your questions, or you can ask them in the chat. If it's something that's not too sensitive, there's no problem. So I do see that there's a couple of people who are requesting to speak. So Joe Houri, I think. Joe, go ahead, mate. Joe, the mic is yours, buddy. Okay, I think maybe we lost Joe. All right, I do see someone else. Bala Aquarius. So Ball Aquarius, I guess. So go ahead, mate. You're good to go. Ball Aquarius or 369 Wise Mind. You can go ahead, mate.
Okay, appreciate it. Hey, I wanted to ask about the DEX. What are we looking at?
Oh, you're talking about the multi-chain? The multi-chain is still ongoing. And of course, I think by now it's kind of no secret that it's probably the thing that is taking most of the team's development effort. It's quite complex. It's not easy.
Right.
It is taking time. I personally can't commit to a timeline on this at the moment, but of course, that's kind of one of the things that is on the top of the team's list. So we conservatively might be looking at a couple of months, maybe, could be less. But again, it doesn't just require a lot of development, it also requires a lot of testing. And just to make sure that everything is going to go well, because of course, the infrastructure of this multi-chain integration or cross-chain integration is going to be the foundation that not only connects Bitrock with the Ethereum chain, but also connects it with any other future chain that gets integrated into this multi-chain integration. So obviously, we're starting off with the ETH chain, and then going forward, probably the BSC chain is after that, and then on and on and on. So that infrastructure, the underlying infrastructure, has to be very sound. And of course, it has to get audited as well. So the DEX will be audited, RockSwap will be audited after the multi-chain integration is completed. And that's just to kind of include that multi-chain layer in the audit rather than have it happen after the audit. So again, conservatively, a couple of months. I don't want to kind of give any further kind of details on that because that's kind of what I've been told by the team. Again, it could be earlier, could be a little bit later, but the updates on this are going to be communicated by the team, whether it's in the Bitrock chat or in the RockSwap chat. And as soon as certain, let's say, milestones within the development are completed, the team will be sharing announcements on this. So that's definitely coming. And again, that's probably one of the things, or definitely the thing that the team is focused on at the moment.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Joe is back. Joe, you good to go, bro? Joe? I think Joe is muted, or maybe he's not able. Joe, you're muted. I think
Hello.
you can go ahead. Yeah. Hey, man.
Hey, sorry, my question, when USDT will be available on Bitrock chain?
Yeah, that's a great question. So what's happening, just to kind of give you a rundown on this, USDT being available on a new blockchain is not something that's entirely under the control of the Bitrock team. It's actually mostly under control of the Tether team. So the Bitrock team right now has communicated with Tether. They're quite slow in replying, which is the reason why we're facing a delay. So the faster they reply and the faster we move forward with adding USDT to the chain, the faster it'll be available. So again, the timeline on that, to be honest, is not clear because again, it's dependent on the replies and so on of the Tether team, but the team is in contact and the details and developments on that will be shared. But I can't give you a timeline on that right now because when we give timelines, we definitely try to stick by them and not delay anything. So to be on the safe side right now, I can't give you a timeline on this.
So it's mean we're gonna not have some new USD that it's for Bitrock.
Sorry?
So we will not have USD for Bitrock. It will be.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said that it's dependent on the communication with the Tether team. So the aim, yes, is to have USDT on the Bitrock chain. That's something that the team is working on right now. You can think of it as something like a coin market cap listing, for example. You file in your application. You don't know if it's going to get approved tomorrow or in 2 weeks or in a month. It's up to the coin market cap team, right? So in that sense, it's a very similar situation where the team is contacting the Tether team, but the Tether team's replies are slow. Now, whether it's going to be USDT to start off or USDC or BUSD or whatever it might be, obviously USDT is the most obvious choice because that's the stable coin or the main stable coin on the Ethereum chain. So that's why the team is going for that first. But as soon as we kind of reach a firm plan with them on what the timeline is going to be and what is needed to actually make this happen, or the full list of everything that's needed to make this happen. Until then, the Bitrock team can't give a timeline, again, because it's similar to a coin market cap listing. But we're working to make it happen.
So, okay, thank you.
No worries, Joe. Danny, we'll take Danny and then we can maybe end it there. So Danny, you can go ahead, mate, if you have a question or a comment. Oh, Danny's gone. So sorry, Danny. I tried to get you as soon as I could.
Do you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I wonder if when the RockSwap token is gonna list on Bitmart, since we already integrated with Bitrock.
Which token, sorry?
The RockSwap token.
Yes. So RockSwap token listing on Bitmart is obviously something that the team is planning on. I don't know if let me check in with the team and see if they can give me an answer on this. Just hold on a second.
Thank you.
Yeah. While I wait for a reply, I think the question obviously applies for, okay. So the answer I have is it'll happen for sure, yeah. Exactly when is something that the team has to finalize, but obviously the focus in terms of, well, not the focus, but what we're trying to do is, of course, have accessibility for not just RockSwap and other Bitrock tokens or projects, but have increased accessibility for Bitrock as well. But we can kind of look within, again, safely, again, it could be quicker than that. But we're looking at maybe 1 to 2 months or something like that. Obviously, again, this is very conservative. And again, Bitmart listing is something that's not necessarily too difficult, but to be on the safe side, that's the estimate that we're kind of giving. But it could definitely be before that, and it most likely, hopefully, will. So yes, it is definitely going to happen, though, that the team has confirmed. But the exact timeline is something that the team will share in due time.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man. All right, guys, I think we can end it here today. Again, thank you all for joining, guys. Again, it's nice to be back and have our own in-house Twitter space after a while. So thank you all for joining. Again, guys, there's a new month coming up to look forward to, which again, historically has been more positive for crypto. So we can only hope that similar to previous Octobers, we can have a very positive and bullish October, again, lining up with all of the different things that we mentioned that are coming up for Bitrock. And of course, there's more stuff that's happening, but again, this is the stuff that we can publicize right now. And hope you guys found value in today's AMA. We are going to be having more AMAs. I believe we will have another AMA, but not an in-house one, in another channel. The details on this will be shared in the next day or two. It most likely will be this week, but we will be confirming that in the next couple of days. And of course, as we again get closer to October, and again lining up with all the things that are coming out, we will be having more and more AMAs again. So that's something that you can all look forward to. I know you guys miss my voice very much. I'm here, and you will be hearing more of it in the coming weeks, guys. So thank you all for joining. I hope you guys have a great night, day, afternoon, wherever you might be. And let's have some positivity in the chat. Let's support each other. I know this sounds like very, like unicorny type stuff, but seriously, in times where things are tough, it's really important to be able to support each other, be positive with each other, and focus on what comes next rather than where we are right now, keeping in mind the reasons that you have invested in Bitrock and any other project or token you may have invested in as well. So it's not just specific to Bitrock, guys. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next AMA. Again, most likely later this week. The confirmation will come out in the next day or two. And again, more AMAs after that. And take care, guys. Speak again soon.